Good morning, YouTube. We're going to smoke, we're still in Oregon. We're going to smoke the Fuente Hemingway short story. And we'll see if this one's dry like the rare pinks. We already got some humidity packs going in those that I brought up. So we'll get those turned around in no time and revisit them. Let's see how how this one turns out. You guys see that? With the sun. Got a closed foot. We're going to go ahead and V-cut this like we did last night with the rare pink. Oh yeah, she's a little dry. But we're still going to give it a shot. We're going to see what happens. The kids running around enjoying the snow. She's never seen this much snow. Got to keep an eye on her. There's areas that she can climb up the snow and jump the fence, though, if she wanted. You know, she's got that curiosity like a cat. You know what the saying is, right? She's still a pup, so she wants to be nosy on everything. Definitely dry a little bit. Some white pepper on the retro, though. Let's see if we can see what this kid's doing. Look at all that snow. YouTube. Why are you limping? What'd you do? Oh, she looked like she was limping for a second. She just got stuff. Look at this snow. This is crazy. They got a ton of snow. That's their front lawn. And they just shoveled out to get to the gate. That's like a 3-foot, 4-foot gate or fence, and it's like 3 feet of snow up here. This kid's been happy. She don't know what to do with all this snow. She's literally been like a little kid, just running around and jumping in it. She tried going into the front here. Look, that's from her trying to go out there and sinking. It was funny. I should have recorded it. But it was late last night. You probably couldn't see it in the dark anyway. Anyway. This Fuente. It's a little dry, like the others. Like I said, I sent up some bovedas to them. But the way they were in there, they sucked up the bovedas dry in no time. But this one's not as dry as those rare pinks. This has some white pepper on the retro. A little bit on the mouthfeel. Definitely has some cedar. It's trying to have kind of like a floral note to it. But it kind of has a dry, look at those icicles. That's crazy. A dry tobacco flavor to it. But these ones were in that Cohiba box that had a better humidity pack in them. So those cigars were definitely a little more humidified than the rare pinks were. So we're not going to do a rare pink again until... Good morning, Mom. We're not going to do a rare pink again until we get some humidification in them to get the effect. Oh, she's all excited. Grandma's awake. Oh. But anyway, we're going to let this settle in. We're going to say hi to Grandma. And I will come back once this settles in and develops. We're just barely into it. It does have a little bit of a dried tobacco flavor to it today. Not much of a it's a really wide open draw. So, all right, we will be right back. All right, YouTube, we're having some construction issues. We're tunneling, but only because it's dry. I'm not blaming the cigar. They just needed better humidification. We'll get them home and we'll get them doctored up, and we'll revisit these. You can see. Maybe you can't. I don't know. You see the tunnels in there. That's all right. They held them for me until I can get up here and get them. I tried sending them bovita packs to help, but we just didn't have the right stuff up here. We do now for the future, but then I'll get these home, the other ones, and we'll get them doctored up and revisit them, get them back to where they should be. So right now it's tunneling. It's got white pepper on the retro. It's got a kind of a dry tobacco flavor. And that's about all we're getting out of it. There's a floral hint trying to come out. There's a sweetness trying to come out in the tobacco, but it's just too dry. So that's where we're at with these. But I had to smoke one of each up here, since we're up here, and that's where they come from. So we're going to continue to try it. Which ways? There we go. Man, this kid, so many different noises and smells around here. We're going to continue it, though, so I'll be back. All right. We dressed the burn. Like I said, there is some flavors trying to come out. It's just dry. But I can tell there's a nice sweetness to the tobacco trying to come out. In the natural tobacco, there's a nice floral note trying to come out. There's definitely the white pepper is still there, but it's not real strong. Kind of lingers on the mouth a little bit. These are going to be good when they're at the right humidification, though. But we're going to continue smoking this one, even though it's not up to par. We already lit it. We're not going to waste it. And we're just going to get what we can out of it. Make do. But we're definitely going to revisit this one and the Rare Peak when they're at optimal humidification. Lots of snow. It's like 3 degrees right now. It's cold. I'm not used to this kind of cold. I know a lot of you are in this kind of cold right now also, and I'm missing my tent right now. But that's where we're at. I'll come back when we get down to about here, and we'll call that one good at that point. But that's how it's developed. Not much more to say besides it's just not optimal smoking for it. But it's not the cigar's fault. So, alright, we'll be back. Alright, YouTube. The short story was a short story. I can hear them in there watching this morning's video. That's funny. We're going to go ahead and call this one good. It's just, we'll revisit it. It's just too dry. It's cracking. It's too cold. Dry. In between being too dry and cold out here, it's not doing this cigar justice. So we'll get them doctored up and rehumidified. and we'll revisit these. But I had to smoke one of each while we were up here in Oregon, since that's where we got them and that's where we're at. So, you know, the whole experience of it. And I wanted to share with you guys. But we're going to revisit these ones, so, and get a real take on these once they're where they need to be. So, all right, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in once again. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys were smoking while you were watching me smoke this dry Hemingway. As always, try different sticks and keep it smoky, my friends.